I still fight doubt. And the only person that's gonna stop me is me. But once I overcame that fight, can't nothing stop me. I can't die. I'm immortal. Rejected, neglected, I feel disrespected. They told me go left, I didn't learn the right lessons. Been hard on my grizzle, my hustle got deadly. Y'all rap about shit I done murdered already. Ain't changing my image, focused on my vision. Hard-headed, don't listen, fake love, I ain't with it. This path I'm committed, slip up but ain't tripping. My mind always spinning, ain't talking about vision. Just run me, my digits go broke, I ain't limping. It ain't come to me, so I had to go get it. I came from a city with niggas, it's vicious. The love be fictitious, see hate from a distance. It made me a fighter, got pushed to my limits. I took a few L's and then got so discouraged. With God as my witness, from whence I was forged. No golden gate bridge, but I came back a warrior. I came back immortal, invincible even. My faith is much higher than what you believe in. They wanted me gone on my soul, I ain't leaving. Spoke life into every verse you receiving. My music lives on when my bones turn to dust. There's power in words, so bitch you should hush. My mind overflowing in lyrical floods. Fuck building an art, you gon' need you a sub. I rose through the pavement, I stand on my morals. Been stabbed in the heart, now my scars are enormous. I took all your stones and created a fortress. Been fighting off demons that constantly torment my mind, and my thoughts are a little abnormal. Been crossing out squares that won't fit in my circle. Can't kill what I said, and this verse is eternal. With God on my
God on my side, I can't die, I'm immortal. Yeah, man. Shout out to my bro. Shout out to Real. Here we are again, man. Another episode of something special over here at T-Max Network. I'm your host, D_Awesome One. Man, the Common Sense King. We're going to have a lot of common sense talk today. And all I know what it's going to do is going to piss y'all off. But however, you'll be pissed off just because the day end with why. So that's all the time. Anyway, subscribe to T-Max Network, yo. Like, comment, and subscribe, man. We are here. We're growing. We're going and going and going and going and going, man. Shout out to everybody here. And also, if you want to be a sponsor, a panelist, just got a suggestion, content creator, go ahead and email us at tmaxnetworkllc@gmail.com. That's tmaxnetworkllc@gmail.com. Hit us up on all social media at tmax_network. You can even join the Facebook group at T-Max Network. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So let's get to it. There's no need to bullshit. No need to sugarcoat anything. Caitlin Clark is a great player. However, she is the most celebrated number 2 of all times. And it's not even her fault. It's y'all's fault. Part of the reason why she's going to struggle for as long as she do, because you fans are dishonest. Y'all not even fans. Let's really call it what it is. This is a race bait. You bought into it. The media took it for a marketing thing, but you true racists showed y'all face. Indeed you did. And I'm glad that you found yourself doing the same foolish shit you did back in 2016. The same foolish shit you did January 6th. You just brought it to the sports realm and made it prevalent again. They tried to take the same spin they took from the 1980s with Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, and you bought into it with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. Now, you had nothing really else to just even take in. But the fact that she's from Iowa, the fact that she was a Hawkeye, the fact that that team was majority white and they faced LSU, which was majority black, they lost. They faced South Carolina, majority black, they lost. That was the thing that was the driving force for a lot of people. The fact that a number 2 team was offered an invitation to come to the White House. Who the fuck does that? Nobody in history has ever celebrated the number 2 in such a way like you do Caitlin Clark. And let's call it what the obvious reason is. Had Caitlin Clark went to UConn, it wouldn't have mattered, because they had great white players at UConn before and it never got celebrated. Had Caitlin Clark went to Maryland, had she went to Duke, had she went to University of North Carolina, it wouldn't have mattered. But for some reason, coming out of Iowa, made a big turnout. My man Matt Barnes said something as into when she got fouled. Like, why is her teammates protecting her? Because she's not cool with her teammates. That's why they're not protecting her. It's that simple. She hasn't connected with them. She's not friendly. She's not a pleasant to be around. And the team is letting it be known. Like, it's not a jealous thing. You're not cool. Look at the press conference. Watch how far they had the damn chair move down. And she just looked over and laughed at her like, you cool with it? Because you're making more money. At the end of the day, you're going to need your team to win. And if you don't find a valid way to be a teammate, being that you already the celebrated most number 2 person of all time, you've already really hit your ceiling. Because you're going to fall number 3. They still going to celebrate you, which is crazy. I've had discussions with people that weren't even comments related to Caitlyn. And motherfuckers showed they racist asses flat out. Oh, she got fouled hard, but did you see the sequence of series of the play? And I didn't even bring that up. All I said was, well, hey, the WNBA has always played rough. Those girls have always played rough if you ever watched. Let me expose some of these racist fuckers right here for you right now, since we here. There's no sense of holding back. We can bypass all the pleasantries and all that shit and let's get right to it. Why not go there? Because some asshats need to be exposed. You put your dumbass comments out there. It's time to expose you. Because clearly you didn't know basketball. No. Yeah. See previous. Yeah. We're going. I'm gonna find this for y'all. Hey, where he at? Yeah, here goes one dickhead right here. All right. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna share screen and get right to it. Cause there's no sense of not giving full on context like so many that didn't see it. So let me refresh it, bring it back, and let's watch it.
Distance against Caitlin Clark. While they got to get some of the cheap shots under control, in a way, it's a sign of respect, as Caitlin is being hit with her own version of the Jordan rules when you consider the physical play. Not to mention, she's been blitzed as a ball handler more than any other team in the league. So what can come off as hate is actually the ultimate form of respect, and Caitlin's been able to shrug it off, like MJ did. The entire...
Now, you compared her to one of the greatest male basketball players. For what reason? What context you may got it? You can't compare her to MJ because MJ came out of college a champion. This is not even equivalent to that. But hey, let's go down to the comments, particularly more so mine. And let's point out some of these asshats that had something to say. Now, I had to let it be known to a couple of dudes that they never really watched anything of this game ever. So, trying to find my original comment. Here we go, right here. Here we go. But the WNBA has always been that rough. She's not getting any special treatment. Let's go down to the comments. A lady says, that's true. A guy says, Adam, they would know because it's their first year watching and it's only because of her. That's also very much true. Then this asshat Joseph. No one knew that the WNBA existed until now. Shut up. I fired back, plain and simple. Boy, fuck you. You sit here and say a sport that's been around 30 plus years, nobody knew it existed? You ain't that damn dumb. But you made it this far. That's crazy. You still here, and brilliant people aren't. Damn. That's crazy. Another honest person. I come to the realization that I don't give a fuck about watching basketball, period. The only reason why I watched the NBA was Kobe. Since he retired, I watched all of one quarter of play of both college and pro. Football is my sport. A honest comment. Gotta give him respect. Where is this fool at? Oh, he got up out the way. He deleted his comment because he said some stupid shit by calling old girl a thug because she thumped her ass. But he didn't refer to the play where Caitlyn did some foul shit beforehand. So I had to correct him. He was saying it was some thug shit, the league. And I said, well, the league has been consistent with their thug shit since the beginning. Now he deletes his comment. So these idiots is out here just blabbering. Shout out to Rob that says they didn't watch before, so they didn't know. And the MJ complained to the commissioner and the league in the front office. He didn't shake off anything. Again, as y'all can see, y'all can go to this post right here. Robin Lundberg. And he's talking clearly about this one. Y'all can go ahead and y'all go chime in on this the whole night. Oh, he forgot Skylar Diggins was the number 1 draft pick too. Go look at some of the shit she went through. Yeah, but we're not going to have that talk. We're not going to have that discussion, right? You think Candace Parker had it easy? You think Shamika Holmesclaw had it easy? You talk about some ballers. Cynthia Cooper didn't have it easy. Kim Perrott didn't have it easy. Tina Thompson didn't have it easy. Lisa Leslie didn't have it easy. Cheryl Miller didn't have it easy. Don Staley didn't have it easy. They went through some scruffles. They went through some battles. And you sit up here and you look at the ones that are saying it. Look at how they respond to what I said. The WNBA has always been that rough. If you're just not tuning in, shut the fuck up. Because you don't have no proper stance of information to come at anybody. And particularly when nothing was being said about her style of play or anything. Oh, she can shoot a 3. Oh, wow. It's the first time we've seen a 3B shot. Oh, God. Y'all acting like she going out there 30 for 30 every night. She's supposed to make 3s. She worked at that skill for years. But she's still not better than Asia. Hell, she ain't better than Angel. She ain't better than a lot of them. But she had the most notoriety. So that's why she was number 1. She didn't beat any of them. So as a number 2 player in history, you've never seen anybody get celebrated so much. Ever. Hey, how many times you went to a track meet and the number 2 guy got celebrated over the number 1 guy? It never happened? Okay. How many times have you watched a boxing match and the guy that lost the fight got picked up and paraded around the stadium? Never happened. How about when people lose Super Bowls? Do they celebrate the losing team? Never happened? Okay. It doesn't happen. It don't even happen in kids' sports. They give them a ribbon for participating, but they don't get a trophy. She's not going to overcome this situation because she doesn't have to do much to be celebrated. She's already being treated like a champion and haven't won anything from college and now to the pros. What do you think the translation is? She's supposed to get the money because that's just business. That's just the business side of it. But the praising you do, you haven't won anything, yet you got this praise. Oh, well, she's got some gold medals from the FIFA games. Okay, that's nice. That has nothing to do with the competition of the NCAA that she was in for 4 years. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. That has nothing to do with the WNBA that she's in now. One of the worst records starting out. They will have the first pick again next year. And maybe the year after that. And the year after that. So it's safe to say maybe she's just not great of a team player. It's just safe to say that, right? Because we're looking at everything in team sports. And they chose to celebrate her. I want to see it make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's clearly buffoonery. And so if anybody has anything to say against what I'm saying, speak your piece. Chime in at any given point. The playback live about what I'm saying. Because we can go through the facts. Nobody has ever celebrated a number 2 this badly until now. You ever seen anybody applaud the president that didn't win the election? Okay. I'm just trying to figure out how is this working? What metric system are y'all all on? I've never seen it done. So since we have nobody to refute, combat anything I'm saying, we'll move on to the next. But make no doubt about it. Can she shoot? Absolutely. But she's not the player. Skylar Diggins, Shamika Holmesquad, Candace Parker, Brittany Griner, Lisa Leslie, Kim Perrott. Go on, Dale. She ain't the player Dodge Staley was. Stop playing. And Don just took the most upright level of business and gave her a shout out. What Don could easily say, we destroyed you. Stop talking. We let you off the hook. And we came right back. 3 out of 4 years we've been here. You haven't. Damn. Next up is Stephen A. What up, T-Bone? What's going on? Next up is Stephen A. So Stephen A. and Miss McNutt got into it. Monica McNutt got into it. She wasn't completely wrong about what she said. The level of attention that's been brought to the WNBA, Stephen A. could have done years ago. He could have. Occasionally you brought a few players on there, but you mainly talked about the NBA. And yes, the people that you did bring on, yes, their careers have flourished because they were great at respondents of being correlators, not only to the WNBA, but also to the NBA. But information that could have been out about the game could have been exposed long ago by the WNBA. It's that simple. Stephen A. didn't really do his homework about it. They had a 40-minute argument. I'm not going to even run back the playback, but it is what it is. It's finally getting some notoriety. I don't believe that there's been this complete eclipse of all the stuff that has transpired from the years, loss of teams, loss of revenue. I think it's just a spike. I hope it consistently goes up, but the problem that I have with that is when people do less work but want the same amount of money and respect of those who do far more work. That's an issue. You can't play 27, 30 games and want the same pay as guys when you don't have the same audience, even with 19,000. It still don't measure up to when you got stadiums with 30 and 40 and 50,000 people showing up and doing it 82 times. Yeah. So we have to get to a point where reality really meets us and say, okay, I'm not doing the level of amount of work, although I'm doing the same type, but it's not to the level amount of work. I work this summer when they're working out, getting ready to get back to work. It's not the same. My in season is their off season. It's not the same. So when they have a shorter off season and a longer in season, that's why the pay is there. People forget how old the NBA is, and a lot of people don't understand the transition that a lot of male sports have went through. Do you know that for a fact that male sports went through such a transition that guys were going through the seasons and at the end of the season had to go get a full-time job? Did you know that? No. But when TV and ad revenues start to pick up, things picked up for them. So therefore, they were able to have a collective bargaining because now they have something to go off of. But that was years. Years. It wasn't just no overnight fix. Like, oh, all these guys are millionaires. Absolutely not. By no means. There was struggle. I want people to understand this. The WNBA is a great game. They play not that many games, and they get paid of sums of hundreds of thousands of dollars and even millions of dollars. And I'm going to be honest with you. If I'm looking at the situation, yeah, I can make potentially more money playing in the NBA. But if I'm in the WNBA and I'm looking at my situation, oh, I'm winning. I'm winning. I listen. My out season is way longer. I'm making money on a calculated level that just let me clear $1 million in 30 games. Let me clear $2 million in 30 games. You got to realize you do that in 30 weeks, and some people won't even see that in a lifetime. That's the difference. So it's a lot that needs to be broken down, and numerics need to be seen on levels where people can understand and quit talking out the side of their neck. If you don't have the information, don't speak. Just don't speak on it. Because clearly, like the assets I showed y'all, went and spoke, and they had no business of speaking. They lacked the information. That's why boy got told, boy, fuck you. playing that stupid game. And we all know what it was all out of. It was just out of racism. They all speaking out of racism right now. They're not speaking facts. And the ones that are speaking facts, they dismissing them. They calling them haters because they speaking the truth. The fact of the matter is, Caitlin Clark is the number 2 celebrated person. Where can you go be number 2 and get praised like a number 1? That's all I'm saying. So we're going to conclude this episode for now. Maybe come back later. But until then, if you don't know what you're talking about, stay out the way. It ain't hard. It ain't hard at all. Stay in your lane. You'll be all right. Everything will be just fine. So with that being said, we're getting up out of here.
In the cosmos erupted, my mind kicked off track of the train I'm conducting. Came out of the dungeon, stepped into corruption. Don't know who to trust, how the fuck I'ma function.